Picture this: the English countryside, where rolling green hills stretch as far as the eye can see, ancient stone walls crisscross the land, and a sky so blue it almost hurts your eyes. The air is fresh, filled with the scent of wildflowers and the distant sound of birdsong. It's the kind of day that feels like it was made for adventure, or perhaps for a little peace and quiet. Danielle Campbell, the actress, is out for a peaceful stroll, soaking in the quiet, far from the chaos and bright lights of film sets. She's enjoying the rare chance to be alone with her thoughts, letting the gentle breeze and the soft crunch of gravel underfoot calm her mind. She follows a winding path, choosing to head toward a babbling brook she spotted in the distance, drawn by the promise of its cool, clear water and the soothing sound of its flow. But as she nears the water, something changes. The birds fall silent, their cheerful chorus replaced by an uneasy hush that settles over the landscape. A dark cloud bank suddenly rolls in, swallowing the sun and casting long shadows across the fields. The light shifts, and the warmth of the day begins to fade. The air chills, the wind picks up, and the peaceful day turns ominous in a matter of seconds. The grass bends and rustles, as if warning of what's to come. Danielle senses trouble. This isn't just a passing shower. There's a heaviness in the air, a tension that makes her skin prickle. The wind whips her hair, the temperature drops even further, and the sky darkens to a threatening twilight, turning the once inviting landscape into something unfamiliar. She realizes she's far from home, with no shelter in sight, and her relaxing walk has suddenly become a race against a storm she never saw coming. The countryside transforms before her eyes, shifting from postcard perfect to menacing and unpredictable, as if nature itself has turned on a dime. Danielle's heart pounds in her chest as she weighs her options, adrenaline surging as she tries to decide which way to run. She knows she needs to move, fast. Every second counts as the first drops of rain begin to fall. The storm is coming, and it looks furious. Lightning flickers in the distance, thunder rumbles, and Danielle braces herself for whatever comes next. Thunder rumbles, echoing across the valley and sending shivers through the air. The ground trembles beneath Danielle's boots as lightning splits the sky with a blinding, jagged flash. For a moment, the hills are illuminated in ghostly, unnatural light, every shadow leaping to life. The storm is right overhead. There's no more time to hesitate or second guess. Rain slams down in relentless sheets, instantly soaking her to the skin. The path beneath her feet transforms into a muddy river, every step a slippery, treacherous risk as water rushes past her ankles. Wind howls, shrieking through the trees and pushing her sideways, stinging her face with icy, biting rain. Visibility drops to almost nothing. She can barely see a few feet ahead, shapes blurring in the storm. The world is pure chaos, roaring wind, pounding rain and thunder that rattles her bones and drowns out her thoughts. Danielle knows she can't stay exposed for long, not with the storm's fury all around her. She scans desperately for shelter, heart pounding. The open path is dangerous. She needs cover now, before the storm overwhelms her. Her mind races, searching for any sign of safety. A fallen tree, a rocky outcrop, anything. The storm is relentless, and she has to act before it's too late. To her left, dense woods, risky, but better than the open. Danielle plunges into the trees, dodging roots and grabbing trunks for balance. The canopy dulls the rain but brings new dangers, snapping branches, slippery leaves. Lightning flashes, thunder booms, and a massive branch crashes down just behind her. Adrenaline surges. She narrowly escapes disaster. She pushes deeper, heart pounding, focused on survival. Every step is a battle against the storm and the tangled forest floor. She remembers a shepherd's hut marked on a map, a possible refuge. The woods seem endless, but she's determined. Danielle fights through exhaustion, driven by hope. She's not just surviving, she's outsmarting the storm. At last, the trees thin, and Danielle spots the shepherd's hut across a sodden field, its silhouette barely visible through the sheets of rain. Relief flickers in her chest, a distant promise of safety after the relentless storm. The wind and rain batter her as she stumbles toward it, boots sinking in the soaked grass. Each step is a battle, her clothes clinging to her skin, hair plastered to her face, but the hope of shelter drives her forward. The hut, small and sturdy, is her salvation, a beacon of hope in the wild, storm-lashed landscape. She fumbles with the latch, her fingers numb and trembling, fearing it's locked, but it finally gives way with a groan, and she pushes inside. Inside, Darkness and silence. Just the muffled storm outside. The world reduced to the drumming of rain on the roof and the distant howl of wind. The space is bare, but it's dry and safe, a simple refuge from the chaos she's just escaped. Danielle leans against the stone wall, trembling with relief, her breath coming in ragged gasps as she tries to steady herself. She's soaked, exhausted, but alive, her heart pounding, her body aching, but grateful for this moment of peace. The storm rages on, wind shrieking and rain lashing the windows, but she's found shelter, a fragile barrier between her and the wildness outside. For a moment, she just breathes, letting the adrenaline fade, feeling the tension slowly drain from her muscles as she listens to the storm's fury. She's outwitted the elements, at least for now, and a quiet sense of victory settles over her. The hut is a fortress against the chaos outside, its walls holding strong as the storm tries to break in. Danielle knows she can't stay forever, but for now, she's safe, grateful for this brief sanctuary, and ready to face whatever comes next. The storm begins to move on, rain lessens, thunder fades. Danielle knows it's time to make her move before darkness falls. She braces herself, pushes open the door, and plunges back into the wet, wild world. Down the hill, through flooded lanes, she runs, cold, soaked, but determined. The village lights glow ahead, beacons of safety. Every muscle aches, but she pushes on, exhilarated by the challenge. She's faced fear, made smart choices, and kept moving. The storm is behind her now, the finish line in sight. Her heart soars. She's almost home. The adventure has changed her. She grins, splashing through puddles, feeling alive. The village draws closer with every step. Danielle has outrun the storm. The village welcomes her, warm lights, familiar sights. She bursts into her cottage, leaving the storm outside. Silence replaces the chaos. She's finally safe. Dripping and exhausted, she peels off her wet clothes and wraps up in a blanket. Hot chocolate in hand, she watches the rain fade from the window. Relief and pride wash over her. She's faced the wild and won. The fire crackles, warming her to the core. The storm is now just a memory, an adventure she'll never forget. Danielle reflects on her ordeal, grateful and changed. She's proven her courage and quick thinking. This is a story she'll tell for years, the day she outran the English storm,